Okay, so today's video is going to be rather informal on Sherry Webb Life Coaching, and that is because I have a lot of projects on my plate. So I'm giving you guys a behind the scenes look, so to speak, of I don't always do all of this to prepare to get ready for a video, but because I have so many things on my plate right now, I am having to incorporate my everyday life right now into this video. I also noticed that you guys kind of like are getting kind of tired of just the talking heads videos, and that means where I'm just sitting there just talking to you. I am very open to meeting my audience where you are because I am committed to helping you become the best version of yourself and helping you to really, really take off in life and get to the highest levels that you can get to. Like if you're not happy with where you are right now, stop complaining. If you're a complainer, if you're like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this person, I don't like that person, then it's time to stop complaining and get busy. Okay. So I'm about to get to work. I'm about to go in here, put on a little makeup, and, you know, show you more of what it really takes to start winning. And I'll leave it for the video. I'll leave it for the video. So stay tuned because I've got some real, tips for you guys that's going to really, really help you change the way you think about your life in general and about how you are really looking at things like. All right, so I'm gonna bring some stuff to you in just a minute.
So today I decided to give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes view of a few of the things that I go through while I'm getting prepared to make a video. Now, today, because I was so pressed for time, I was testing out I call it my camera assistant. It's a Pivo, if you've ever heard of that, Pivo, and it's a tracking system that will follow you. It tracks your body or your face, however you set it up on your phone. Once it connects to your phone, I am literally trying to get ready for my video, and I'm thinking about what I need to talk about on this video. Stop complaining and get to work. Again, I am here trying to set up my equipment in my office space, and it's kind of like a struggle, but sometimes it is what it is. Yeah, the things I go through to prepare for a video. And it's not all the time, but today this was the case. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to include this in the video so these guys can see that even when things get hard, even when things seem a little crazy, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. Don't complain. Just keep going. Now, on to the video.
Listen, today's episode is all about you changing the way you think, you changing the way you move, you changing the way you approach your problems in life. All right. So if you find yourself complaining, it's time to stop complaining and just get to work. Okay. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sherry, the Mind Shift Coach. And on today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why it's time to stop complaining and just get to work. I understand why you're complaining. You're in pain in some area of your life. You're not liking it. You are uncomfortable. You don't like the way things are with this person or this situation or this job or this family member or whatever it is. So you're complaining. You don't like where you are financially in life. So you complain about it. You don't have enough money to make it through the entire month or from paycheck to the next paycheck, and you're complaining. It's because you're in pain. I get it. I truly get it. I truly, truly get it. But let me tell you something. Complaining changes nothing. And complaining lowers your vibration. It lowers your energy. And it lowers the energy of those that you're around, unless you are literally like talking to someone who is they're on the same train as you and they're complaining as well. So now really y'all are just like feeding off of one another, right? But let me tell you something, when you change your mindset and start looking at complaining as a waste of time, you'll start working. You'll take action. You'll start doing something about the things in your life that you simply can't stand anymore. And here's another thing. If you can't stand the way something is in your life, the first the first thing to do, the first resolve is to admit that you put yourself in that place in life. The reason this is such a hard thing to accept is because now you've got to take responsibility, right? But listen here, y'all. There's no more freeing place to be in your life. It is when you start taking responsibility for your life. In this video, I'm going to tell you and share with you why it's so important to stop complaining, how you can begin to change that mindset of being a complainer, and actions you can take to start shifting your life and setting your life up the way you want to live, the way you want to exist in your world, right? Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, I'm trying to grow this channel, y'all. I'm trying to grow this channel because I want to reach as many people as I can. I want to reach you. And I want you to share this video with someone who also can use the help, someone who it will benefit and add value to their life as well. All right, so here we go. Also, I have something special to share with you and give you completely free at the end of this video. So stick with me, and I'm going to share that with you. All right, stick with me to the end of the video. Okay, so here's the thing. Today's video, which I kind of gave you a little preview, today's video is going to be very informal. Normally, I will write out a script, right? And the reason I do this is because me providing you information or ways to improve your life or ways to change your mindset, I don't want to miss any points. So I'll write out a script and I'll go according to my script. Also, the reason a lot of times I'll use a script is because that's the main point, is that I don't want to miss any points that I want to get across to you guys. However, um, I feel like it takes a lot of the authenticity out of the video and out of my personality. But at the same time, it also provides value. It makes sure I stay on task and get you all the information you need, right? Um, but another thing, I would like to get more into public speaking. And so I am using this channel also as an opportunity to improve in my speaking skills, which leads me into the whole point of this channel, and that is this. If you don't like something, and the whole point of this video, the whole point of this video and this channel is, if you do not like something about your life, it is time to change. It is time to get to work. Stop complaining and do something different, okay? Listen, y'all, I have a full plate right now. I literally just finished editing a book, because I'm also a book editor and publisher, and I'm a ghostwriter. So I do that as well. So I've been working with a client. I just picked up another project to design a website, to build a website. So I'm also a graphic designer. I build websites. I'm a book editor and publisher and ghostwriter, as well as I'm building this channel to help you guys get your life together, basically, get your mindset together to really, change the trajectory of your life. If you don't like where you are in life, if you don't like the way you think, if you don't understand why your life is the way it is and you're not happy with it, that is all about becoming self-aware. You have to become self-aware to the habits, the thought patterns that you have that have gotten you to this point so far in your life, right? And the reason I do this is because I didn't grow up in a nurturing home. I didn't grow up with the all the things a child needs to actually like blossom into this productive human being in the world, right? So I was very lost for a long time and I didn't understand why. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I used to have panic attacks, all of it. All of it, y'all. I suffered from all of it. And it wasn't just like for this time period. This was for years that I was on an antidepressant. And one day I just said, I am sick of this. I had children. And because I was on an antidepressant, I just was kind of like, all right, they could get into a fight and argue and come complaining to me. And I would just be like, okay, baby. And I realized that antidepressant was depressing me. Like it was suppressing my emotions. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I've always been a very authentic person. I've always been someone who wants to feel what I feel, good or bad, so that I can move authentically through my life, right? And improve. But I was also unaware of the gifts and the talents and who I was as a person. I was totally unaware because of the words that were spoken over me as I was growing up. So what I want you to know is this: if there are things in your life that you don't like, complaining changes nothing. This is what I want you to do. Here's the first step. Write down the things in your life that you wish you could change. Write them down. Write down the things in your life that you wish were, but just aren't right now. Okay? This is a starting point. So write down the things in your life that you wish you could change. Write the things down that you're actually complaining about. Next, I want you to write down how you wish your life was set up, the things you wish you had in your life, the career you wish you had if you're not happy where you are, the lifestyle you wish you could live, right? Write it down, okay? And then next, what I want you to do is start writing down what you can do to change these things. See, complaining comes from feeling powerless of your ability to change your own life. It just comes from it's like a dopamine hit, right? So you complain instead of actually doing something because you don't think that you can change it. But I'm telling you today, you can change any part of your life that you are unsatisfied with. Okay? So the third thing I want you to do is start writing down action steps you can take to start changing the things that you wish you could change or that you don't like about your life. And then action steps, those action steps will also correlate with the things you wish you had in your life or the things you wish were different in your life, right? So do those three things. That is a starting point and what this will do. And then not only don't just write it down and just leave it there. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You actually have to start making a plan. Like this is and don't try to do it all in one big whop. It's overwhelming. You'll feel like a failure if you slip up and you can't do it all, right? So the most important thing is to take one small thing that you wish you could change, that you don't like, that you find yourself complaining about. And then the opposite of that would be what, right? The opposite of that thing that you don't like. For instance, oh, I wish that, I hate that I don't have no money, that I don't have enough money to pay all my bills and then still save, and have some savings at the end of the month. That's a valid complaint. However, it changes nothing. I get it. I promise. I get it. but it changes nothing to complain about it. So let's say that's one of your complaints. I don't have enough money to pay all my bills and still have something to save, right? So, what is the action step that you can start taking right now in your mind? Maybe you don't have the money right now. Maybe you don't get paid until Friday or next Friday. But in your mind, what is the action step that you can set up in your mind right now to change that particular area in your life? So, let's say payday comes Friday or next Friday or Wednesday or whenever you get paid, right? And you're like, dang, I got to pay this, and that. And that's my whole check, right? But what I'm telling you is this: you pay yourself first. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying your bills don't matter and your responsibilities don't matter, but what I'm telling you is this: you are important. You matter. You matter. Okay. And I don't care if you pay yourself $5, $10, $20, whatever, because I guarantee you, out of a paycheck or out of the money you get, you are spending $10 or $20 on frivolous things of some sort. Maybe, even if it's like chips or candy or pop or whatever. So start shifting your mind in in a direction where I don't need that stuff that I'm spending money on that doesn't add value to my life. And instead, I'm going to take that $10 and put it away. Put it in an envelope. Put it somewhere and mark that envelope, my future, whatever, something like that. That will help you, that will motivate you and to start changing the trajectory of your life and to stop complaining. But once you start taking these actions, what will happen is it will start changing the way you see things. It will start changing your habit of complaining. So you will become more self-aware of the thoughts and the things that you have been complaining about, right? So this is where you have to start paying attention to yourself. You have to pay attention to you. You're complaining because your God self within, you're not satisfying yourself. That God self in you is like, it's a desire. It's a desire for better, And your human self is feeling all that pain. But there's something in you that is so connected to God that it will empower you to start paying attention. You have to connect with God to start paying attention to the things in your life that you don't like, that you wish weren't, and that you wish were different, And once you start taking these 3 actions, and it's literally that simple. Write down what I can't stand. Write down what I wish I had or what I want to change. And then write down what I'm going to start doing. That's your plan. That's your action plan to change one thing at a time, right? And once you start, you have to stay committed to yourself, okay? Keep your commitments that you make to yourself, because if you don't, your confidence will dwindle. You will lose confidence in yourself because now you're lying to your God self, okay? If you don't keep your commitments. Like, let's say, I'm gonna start with, let's say you're like, okay, I'm gonna start saving $10 every check, right? But then, money's tight already, right? And you're like, dang, I really need this $10 for this little bill that just is popping up. And if I just pay him $10, it'll get him off my back. Let me tell you something. When you connect to God and you call those people, God will make a way. He will start clearing the way for you, right? He will make a way for you to keep your commitment to yourself, to your God self, so that you can become a better version of who you are, so that you can improve your life, so that you can stop complaining. Stop complaining and get to work. Stop complaining and get to work. I've got a full plate, which I've already shared with you guys. I found myself complaining about the workload that I have. And then I had to think, I'm actually blessed because I haven't worked a job in almost 2 years. A 9 to 5, I haven't worked in almost 2 years. I have a wonderful fiance who supports me. Praise God. Okay. He supports my vision, my dreams. And I understand if you're in a position where you don't have anyone that's supporting you. I haven't always had that person. I haven't. When I started Sherre Webb Life Coaching, my kids were still in school. They're grown now. I was a single parent. I was juggling it all, but I'll tell you what, I didn't let anything stop me. I started my publishing company in 2021, I think, or 2020. I started Sherre Webb Life Coaching in 2019, I think. But I didn't allow my everyday things that were like heavy on me, like single parenting or raising my kids or getting them off to football practice or basketball practice. I didn't let any of those things deter me and stop me. It was hard, okay? And now that my children are grown, I've got some more kids, a 9-year-old and a 15-year-old. But it's like God prepared me for this moment in life. You have to start taking action. He prepared me by allowing me to be a single parent for years, raising, my kids at such a, by myself and still trying to juggle building businesses, writing a book, which by the way, I have a book that's coming out. I'll share more with you later on. And starting these companies and managing them. It's like, you have to excuse me, my voice is kind of out a little bit today, but it's like God was preparing me for this here moment. So now I'm able to manage doing the videos, working on the book, editing a book, being a graphic designer, building a website. I've learned skills in my pain that I used to complain about. Through the pain, I learned those skills by beginning to take action. I used to be a complainer. I used to do nothing but complain about this, complain about that, be unhappy, cry and complain some more, but was changing nothing. One day I got tired of me. You've got to get sick and tired of your own stuff, okay? So stop complaining, take action. Take action. And I always encourage journaling. I do. I encourage journaling. And you may feel like you don't have enough time in your day to do all of these things. But I'm telling you, this right here, my gratitude journal was created by me because I knew I needed to become more grateful in order to begin to change my mindset, in order to begin to start appreciating what I did have instead of always focusing on what I didn't have. And that's why I created this journal, because I was like, there are so many people that are just like me. And so I just started, y'all, listen, this is back in 2020 at 8:30. Look at that time right there. This is what I wrote. I wrote what it starts off, I am grateful for, right? And over here's a little reminder that I put in the book. I don't know how many pages, every 20, 30 pages, but right here it says, remember, gratitude opens your heart to receive more. This is so true, y'all. So I just started writing what I was grateful for. I am grateful for. This is 1/16/20 at 8:30 p.m. I put life. Life is my first one. Life. My kids, and that they are happy, healthy, and whole. God's grace and mercy. My vision and my desire to accomplish all of my goals. Like I just started writing and it started changing me. God covering me and guiding me, walking with me and helping me every step of the way. My home, and that I have food to eat, lights, running water, heat, internet, cable. I am blessed. I am blessed. This is how you start changing the complaining into gratitude. What are you complaining about? If you're complaining about a lack of money, thank God you have some money. And I'm not saying, oh, I should just be grateful that I ain't got enough money. No, I'm saying be grateful that you have the ability to make money, even if it's not enough right now. Once you're grateful for the little things, God will make you ruler over much more. He can't bless you if you're not already grateful for what you have. and appreciating where you are, because what you have and where you are is for your good. It is so that you can change from what you don't like and become a better version of you so that you can receive the things that you do want in your life. Okay? So stop complaining. Please shut up and stop complaining. I don't like the word shut up. I'm very forward, by the way. But stop complaining and get to work. All right? So I have something, and I told you guys at the end of this video, I had something very special that's free that will help you begin to change your mindset. It will shift the way you think, and it will begin to change the way you view things in life. Okay, now I told you guys that I had something very special for you. If you stuck with me to the end of this video, right? It's absolutely free. I'll leave the link below where you can go and download the Mindset Reset Checklist. It's a Mindset Reset Checklist. This checklist is going to open your eyes up, and it's powerful, y'all. It's powerful. So make sure you download it. It's completely free. It's going to reset the way you think. It's going to reset those patterns of thinking that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you complaining. Okay? So I'll leave the link below. I will also leave the link below for this gratitude journal. And I titled it My Gratitude Journal because I want you to make it yours. It's your gratitude journal. And when you get it, you can look at it and say, my gratitude journal. All the things that you're grateful for, all the things that are going on within you. You can use this journal for it. Write it in there, and you'll begin to pay attention to your thought patterns. You'll begin to change. Get this checklist, y'all, because this checklist is going to keep you on point. It is going to get you on point. I promise you, the tips and the tools that I give you, they help, but they only help you if you use them, if you put them into motion in your life. Okay? I love y'all. I see you. You matter. Don't complain anymore, because you will have everything that you want in your life when you stop complaining and you start getting to work and changing your life. But first, you have to take responsibility. I understand how tough it is to get from where you may be, where you really are uncomfortable and unhappy. I've been there. It's why I do what I do. But I also know the power of gratitude. I know the power of working on yourself, loving yourself, investing in yourself. I know the power of keeping your promises that you've made to yourself. So I understand how, when you do these things, it changes you into a better version of you. And then your life will begin to mirror the changes that are going on within you. Okay? I love y'all. Until the next video, y'all stay blessed, okay? And also make sure you hit the subscribe button and share the video, okay? Love y'all. See you in the next video.